Today we're going to talk about the 5 most important things you need to know before you move to Denver. Now I'm sure you've read a lot on the internet. I'm sure you have friends that live here that have told you some things about Denver. But look, I know I've done it, so I'm going to distill this all down to what you really need to know before you pack up your bags and head out to the Mile High City. By the end of this video, most of what you need to know before you come out to Denver, but in case I don't and there's something I missed, make sure to leave me a comment and I will be sure to respond to your questions. Anything you need to know about moving to Denver, I'm happy to answer it for you. Again, if you just drop me a comment below. Now, before we dive into it, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video, if you subscribe to my channel and you hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I come out with new content. And if you've got a friend that needs to hear this information, be sure to share it. Denver has a great food scene, and while it may not be as developed as New York or LA, and you're gonna have some naysayers, you're gonna have some transplants from New York and Chicago and San Francisco and Los Angeles that are gonna tell you that the food in Denver is not that great, but it is. They are wrong, and I'm sorry if this opinion isn't that popular, but Denver's food scene is great. You have everything here. You have pizza, you have New York style bagels. In fact, you have multiple styles of pizza. Many of them are excellent. You've got authentic Indian, you've got authentic Japanese, Thai food. We've even got Shake Shack and In-N-Out. So take it from me, the food scene here is excellent, which is why a lot of famous chefs that have locations in San Francisco, in LA, in New York are opening up other locations here in Denver because Denver is a stopping off point for most coast-to-coast flights. And there is a lot going on here in the culinary scene. If you move out here, you will not be disappointed with what Denver has to offer. All right, now let's talk beer. I fell in love with Denver when I came to the Great American Beer Festival in 2011. And it's no wonder why Denver is home to the biggest beer festival in the United States, because Denver not only has the 6th most breweries per capita, Colorado has more breweries than any other state in the US. That's right, the 6th most per capita, and the only ones that compete with that are lower population states like Vermont, Alaska, Wyoming. We have more breweries here than any other state in the US. Some of the big ones you may have heard of: New Belgium, Avery, Great Divide, Odell's, and of course there's Coors, which isn't a craft brewery, but it's located about 20 minutes from here in Golden. So Coloradans are big on beer, so if you're a beer lover, Colorado is the state for you. Feels like in Denver here, there's a craft brewery on every corner. So it's really great because of course you can walk home. And I do need to mention here, if you are not used to the high altitude here in Denver, Colorado, be careful with those drinks because you will feel twice as drunk, half as fast. We see it time and time again where people have a little too much on their Mile High vacation and end up with pretty bad hangovers. So do make sure that when you are new to Denver and you're going out for a night of drinks, to really pace yourself and monitor how you feel, because the elevation here will take a toll. All right, now if you are interested in moving to Denver, you probably already know that housing prices have been increasing in Denver for the better part of a decade. Sometime around 10, 11 years ago, Denver became quite popular with people from New York, California, Chicago, Illinois, Texas. Denver's popularity continues to increase. So therefore, housing prices are on the increase, but you'll be relieved to know that Colorado has the 3rd lowest property taxes in the United States at 0.51%. So buying a house here in the great state of Colorado is still a good idea. All right, and if you're liking this video so far, before we continue, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I come out with new content. And also, if you've got a friend that needs to hear this, share it with them. I appreciate it. Now let's get going. The weather here in Denver is unpredictable. We have a saying here is that if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. The weather here in Denver is constantly changing. So one minute you'll have a snowstorm, next you'll have hail, and the next thing you know, it'll be 70 degrees out. So be prepared. That is key in living in Denver here, to have a coat in your car, have water, and have sunscreen year-round because it is a dry area, so you'll need to really be conscientious about staying hydrated. And this is both summer and winter. Year-round, you're gonna need to have a water bottle with you. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Also, sunscreen year-round. It doesn't matter if it's not sunny out. The sun is closer here to us in the Mile High City, and UV rays don't go away when it's overcast. So be sure that you always have sunscreen with you and you're protecting yourself from the sun here, which is quite strong in the Mile High City. Now, I do want to point out here that a lot of people have this conception that Denver is a super cold city. Nothing could be further from the truth. We do get snow. We are at the foothills of the mountains, but usually it'll snow maybe a day. I haven't really seen it consistently snow for more than 48 hours. But again, that snow melts quite rapidly, and the next thing you know, it'll be in the low to mid 60s. It'll be blue skies and beautiful. So the weather here in Denver is quite desirable and quite mild. And personally, I love to see the changing seasons. So we do have fall, we do have snow, we do have summer, and we have beautiful springs here. Great weather here in Denver. Don't let people convince you that this is the Arctic tundra, because it's not. All right. Now, before we get to the last thing we want to talk about, please be sure to like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so that you know every time I come out with new content. And be sure to share this channel with friends. Please leave me comments if there's something I didn't address and you want to know about. I respond to every comment on this page. So please be sure to drop down and leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about what we all know about Denver and the entire state of Colorado. It is abundant with outdoor activities. You probably already knew that if you visited here. But look, here in the Mile High City, we're only 25 minutes to the Rocky Mountains. Now that doesn't get you too deep, but within an hour of the Mile High City here, there's hundreds and hundreds of hikes, hundreds of things to do. There is mountain biking, there is gravel biking, road biking, kayaking, mountain climbing. All kinds of outdoor activities that you may want to engage with are ever present here and near the Mile High City. And even if you don't want to go outside the city limits, there are 250 parks in Denver, I think totaling something around 5,000 acres. It's quite a bit, so it makes it kind of a very European feeling that you have the ability to go play volleyball at the park. I see a lot of people playing the spike ball thing. There's a lot of people that just throw out a blanket and bring charcuterie. So a lot of ways to spend time outdoors here in Denver. Also, if you're a cyclist, which I am, I love riding my bike around town and into the mountains. There is 850 miles of paved bike trail here in Denver that leads out to other more scenic areas. So you are gonna love it here if you are a cyclist. So hopefully in this video I've covered what you were looking for, but if not, be sure to leave me a comment. I will respond. I will get you the information you're looking for. Again, may I remind you, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so that you are alerted every time I come out with new content. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.